Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the wonderful Wilds Beyond the Witchlight.
Wild Witchlight.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or... It's a cow?
Eventually.
The noise. This is cow speaking culture.
No, you'll feel it. You'll feel it when you break culture.
Just feel it in your bones. Speaking of things that break me, so many bones. We are nearing the end of this adventure. So I'm very curious to see what happens as you barrel towards the finish line and if you all make it out in one piece.
Oh, wow.
But why would we not make it out in one piece?
The most ominous
There may
thing
be
I've
a-
heard in like 6 days.
There may be a guillotine, I don't know.
No.
Did we end up long resting?
No.
I didn't think. Okay.
If you would like to know more about how last session ended, I think we have somebody who might be able to help with that.
Me.
Yeah.
Rob Nader?
Rob Nader.
Who is that?
Cousin
Said
to
it, man.
Ralph Nader.
Oh, yeah. I meant Ralph.
So we had just lost our very dear friend Jeltra. She just popped into non-existence. Cade kind of like consults the spirits and the cards, and they point us to the note that Basil had gotten with the secret that he needed to navigate this castle. Who wrote that letter? We still don't know, right? Okay. So points to the letter. Then Jeltra's writing appears as if she's like, I'm home, I'm safe, I don't know what happened. And we're like, okay, I guess things are okay. Cody and Basil almost fight, but Cade is able to kind of diffuse the tension. We're able to get across the void again, and we go into a ballroom. There's a bunch of frozen people. They're all like looking at this cauldron that's, very cool, sitting in the middle. And then there's a woman there with a staff, and we're like, that looks like someone familiar. And we're like, that's probably Zybilna. Percy's like, oh my God, Zybilna saved me once upon a time. Also, Jabber walks in here and is not a friendly beast, because wake him up just a little bit and he immediately attacks. So we have to unfortunately kill him.
He's just a baby.
I know, he was just trying to be by his mistress, and I'm sad for him. So Percy's looking at the cauldron. He's like, we need to destroy this or get it to another plane in order to unfreeze everybody. There's a room where there's some letters from Zybilna's. I don't have very good notes on what those letters contained. But I think she had some awareness of Basil coming, and also like a deal with the unicorn. And so Percy's like, I think maybe Zybilna might have been the hag that did. Well, I don't know if she was a hag, but it might have been the hag that we think did the deal for Solstice and Solstice's body transformation. Okay, so, but she speculated it wouldn't work out the way that we wanted, probably. So Basil explores further. There's a bathhouse, there's a hall, there's a bunch of arts of demons drowning each other. There's a library. There's a man in the library. Then Solstice and Percy also go into a dining hall. They narrowly escape the giant in there. And then Cody attunes to the cauldron, which turned out to be a terrible, terrible idea.
Well, it was a risk.
And it did not pay out.
Well, I mean, it didn't go bad.
Decapitated.
It would have been
Actually,
you.
it did not, because you...
Oh, that's...
That's right.
Wait, aren't you just deaf?
Deaf and
I'm
blind,
deafened,
right?
so you guys can hear me.
Oh, God.
Dang.
So yeah, everything turned out great.
For now.
Now I can just say what I want and nobody can stop me.
So that is where we will pick up, where Solstice and Percy had just found a giant and closed the door on it behind them, presumably without being noticed. While
Cade and Basil
entered a library and were confronted by a hunchbacked librarian
Who yelled at us.
demanded that they leave.
and Cody's considering peeing in a cauldron.
Okay. At this point, try everything. That's all I gotta say.
What are you all doing? Let's start with you two.
I think we both looked at each other and like backed out, right?
Yeah, and I think we were just kind of clearing the rest of the castle. So I guess we would go to whatever next place we have not explored.
Is this one to the owl?
Yeah, there's that owl too.
And we never did figure out how to free
And
that
it was
owl.
mean.
He was
Yeah.
fun.
So we have not gone to this door, right?
You had, that was the library, or that was the room with all the letters.
Okay, is there another door here where we're at?
That's
That
the
is the one that,
Formian.
yes, that leads to the giant that was eating.
I thought, oh, this was the scroll library.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so are there any other doors in this hallway we have not gone through?
No, you have been through every door in this hallway.
Okay.
Is it possible to make a new door in this hall?
It is possible to make.
Solstice, maybe we should go back and there were more doors in that big room, right?
Yes, we'll just clear everything so we can call this a job done.
Before we go though, are you read the scroll, right? That had the thing about you, your wish. Suddenly.
Like there were letters. I don't remember. Helena doesn't remember.
There's this like a scroll that said like she was the one who like granted you.
Oh, right, and then it wouldn't turn out the way we had hoped. Which
She was
Right.
worried.
She was worried that it wouldn't turn out the way that you had hoped. Maybe that means that this is how you're supposed to be. Like, I know unicorns are great and all,
majestic.
and majestic and wonderful and lovely and all powerful, but if this is what happened when she like gave you your wish, like maybe this is the best thing for you to be. Like you can be with Cody this way, right? And you don't have to worry about changing Cody.
Yes, I feel like I've made my peace with living a mortal's life in this body, or whether I am returned to the full glory of unicornhood. I think that I have no taste for immortality, so... And Cody has given me a wonderful life. We have many years still.
I feel like if this is what was meant to happen, like, and you're happy, this is why like tempt fate and change it.
Yes, we've met some very bad hags, haven't we? But Zabilna has not seemed to fit that same mold. So perhaps she was doing what she could to help us.
Yeah.
She seems to know things that we cannot comprehend.
Yeah.
And I really hope
About this place.
and I really hope we can free her so
Yeah.
that we can talk to her.
Yeah.
What are you both doing?
Move down to this door. You want to go up or do you want to go down?
Oh, as soon as you guys walk into the room, you see Cody sitting in the cauldron screaming and bats just streaming out of it.
Oh my god.
You could have given it a few years left.
Maybe we should just let him keep doing
I run to help you. It's like,
I look up and I'm like, no,
what did you do?
no, look above you. And it's a beautiful nude portrait made out of a bat swarm of you.
It's so fuzzy.
Their wings tilted to catch the light in the right way.
Yeah.
So like,
Shading. Do I need to make a
Show, little
performance check?
ones.
I would like that. I really enjoy that.
I'm going to use the dice that you gave me for bribing them with people. 11 plus...
You mean minus?
No, performance I'm good at.
Times.
we would never know.
I'm rooting for comedy.
It's a 2.
5, so 16?
Ooh.
It is very nice. There's a little bit of a disproportion on the face. It's not exactly perfect because it's bats.
Yeah,
But
I mean...
you got all the important.
It's Fred.
It takes at least 4 of them to make
Yeah.
solstices.
She's
Manhood.
Thank you.
And they're big bats.
We'll turn,
Again, very hairy.
we'll turn to Basil and Cade in the library.
Oh, that's right. We didn't even get to see the bats.
The librarian, who, as a reminder, I'll show you what the librarian looks like.
If you get back in the next minute,
A hunchback librarian.
That's right. I don't trust this librarian because of this picture.
Also, you can never trust a Sean.
It's
And if there's
pronounced
any-
shown.
If there are any Seans watching this, you can't be trusted.
You know who you are.
We didn't.
As a reminder, leather-bound tomes fill the tall shelves of this grand library. Rolling ladders anchored to rails above the topmost shelves allow easy access to the higher books. Appearing from behind a bookshelf is an elderly hunchback man carrying an open book. "The library is closed to visitors," he says, snapping the book closed and making no effort to hide his surprise and annoyance.
Well, great, Scott.
Sean, and get out.
Great, Sean. I'm just happy to see you're not frozen in time like everybody else. Does the library have some sort of protective property?
It is in a demi-plane, you imbecile. And the Bilna has decreed that no one is to enter it in her absence without her permission.
You are too nice. We'll
Out.
just walk in and get our stuff and look around. What is he gonna do? Stop us?
I need you.
Yeah.
For one
You did
old
tell Garrigan
timer.
not to get connected to the character.
From one old timer to another. I think it's fine.
I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh, Jesus.
Luckily, I've been charging it up. That's a 14.
Let's see what the
Not
DC for
bad,
his
not
spells are, because I was
not
looking
bad.
down. That fails as he says to you, "Get out and stay out," casting suggestion.
Oh. So I have to leave, right? Is that the suggestion?
Yes.
I don't know it too well. All right, well, I turn around. All
Well, you
right.
get a saving throw, don't you?
I did. I rolled
Oh,
14.
You're a fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we're not high level.
I do have a +3 to wisdom. I just didn't roll great.
Well, I was thinking level 10, you get Indomitable, but I was thinking
Mm.
Candlekeep again. We're too low level for that.
We're almost there.
Now,
Well, I leave.
I'll be right there. Turning back to Mr. Sean, how may we get an audience with Zybilna? I'm afraid she's a little...
Frozen
Tied
in
up.
time. Yes.
Yes, I would very much love to free her of
Out.
the... Are you not on her side?
I would love nothing more than to see my mistress unfrozen from time, but you are likely here to steal from her in her weakened state.
I am
And if
not-
that's what you want, there's a better library upstairs.
I put my paws up. I do not seek to steal. I simply seek to free her, and I take one step back so as to show I'm not threatening.
Roll persuasion.
Bard doing bard things.
Bar doing
Hard things.
Persuasion is my lowest of the whole thing. 14.
Let's see. We'll give him a contested roll with a DC on that. Because he doesn't want you here.
Yeah, but look at my stealth sleight of hand.
Your performance
My
is
perception.
You're a bard with a +2 to performance.
I don't
I
like
have
the
a better
judgment.
+2 to performance.
I don't like the judgment in either of your tones.
That, he rolled an 8. So
Well, it was enough, I suppose.
what would you have me do to assist you? If that is what your real purpose is. And he drops concentrating on Basil. So your suggestion is released.
Hey, I walk back in.
Now listen here, you motherfucker.
I don't know. We need to figure out how to break the curse.
Do you have a unicorn horn?
We do not. We have a former unicorn in our party.
Who's
He is,
horny?
he is wonderful. But we don't have a unicorn horn. We have, well, I have a beating heart, some keys. We did find a sword and a cloak. We threw the cloak away. There's the flaming sword. There's...
Oh, that'll do it.
Come again?
Hit it with the flaming sword.
It's that simple?
She's not going to like it.
You mean this flaming sword?
Not in the library!
I put it away.
I,
Books are precious and flammable. Can you
Paper.
both roll perception checks?
yes. Mr. Sean, thank you so much, as you have been incredibly helpful. Very into the conversation.
19.
13.
Okay, Basil, you see it. You do not, as you're involved in the conversation itself. As he screeched at you the second time, his hump jumped and then settled again.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see a wriggling underneath the hood that he wears as a slender leg withdraws across his chest to fold behind him.
I'm kind of smacking you.
You're right. All right, we shall start that plan. Thank you. And as I leave the library, I maintain my attention towards Sean to show him I'm not stealing anything.
What was that? That thing.
He adjusts his cape. What? It's very rude to point out people's differences.
Basil, we have a plan. We must find Cody. He's
Yes.
been left unattended for too long.
Leave this demi-plane before you bring the curses of the house into it.
Yes.
I suspiciously leave because he's right. We do have to make sure Cody doesn't kill himself. The hump moved.
Will they be
I saw
arriving
the
around
hump
the same
move.
time that I'm making the bats picture?
You will walk in the door just as it finishes to Solstice's very ecstatic face and Percy's mild embarrassment.
Anywhere but the ceiling.
You know, structurally, that was pretty accurate.
Were the bats here before?
No, I
I
can
missed
scream
the
and summon them now.
Great. What are you doing?
Everyone seems to take offense in this house, so I'm showing I am not threatening.
I'm
I'm
offended
offended.
by you being not.
Was it picket or chain? Was the fence that everybody's taking, is it picket or chain?
It was a white picket.
A good solid fence.
You guys won't believe what happened.
What did you see?
I believe
We-
most things.
We found a library that exists in the mansion in its demiplane, its own demiplane. There was a Mr. Sean in there.
And his hump moved.
I
I saw it move.
don't know
don't
what that
trust a
means.
Sean.
He was not dancing.
It moved. He has something under
What do you
there.
mean move?
Sean we met on
It
Calder.
wriggled and
he seemed
jumped and
super
there was an
nice,
arm,
and then he
but
just
like a-
sent
like a
ghosts after us.
slender
He
arm.
ghosted us.
Gross arm. Not arm. He's hiding something. I know he's hiding something.
After I assured him we were not here to harm or steal from the library.
We
looking
could
at you,
harm
Cody.
and steal from
Looking
him.
at you, Cody.
Let's do that next.
I asked him how we can free the curse, and he just said to hit that with the flaming sword.
This sword.
Can't we bring the cauldron to the demiplane?
Yeah, I'm kind of attached to the cauldron currently.
He
Didn't say it killed.
seemed rather offended that we even breathed the same air as him. So
You just have to roll the cauldron.
He sounds rude.
I think we should bring the cauldron in
if
here.
you guys would like to have your own conversation with him, I welcome it. I'm just presenting the simplest idea.
Why
And
would we take the
he
cauldron in there?
stays animated while everybody is frozen and he can fix it?
Well, because the freezing effect only takes place as long as the cauldron's on the same plane of existence as the people being frozen. So if we roll the cauldron into the right, I'm getting that right.
That's what I think, yes.
Yeah.
We roll it into the demiplane and now it's on a different
It's the
plane.
same plan that we were trying to do with the waistcoat pockets, except the door's bigger. I'm assuming.
It was a normal sized door, correct? I mean, I'm small.
If it's a demi-plane, does that mean everyone only gets demi-unfrozen?
I mean, worst case scenario, Sean gets frozen.
I told him
That's
we
not
wouldn't
a
freeze
bad-
I
him.
don't think that's the worst case. I think things could go a lot worse.
But I told him we wouldn't harm him or his library, and I am a hair of my word.
I
Well,
don't make
but
any
me
such
and
promises.
Stolfus will do it.
No,
I start rolling
You're
the
correct.
cauldron.
I
I
just
still have the
I
sword.
go back to doing this and I step away.
I just continue to ride inside the cauldron as you roll it.
I'm gonna move towards Sabella so that I'm near her if something does happen.
Can you roll a concentration check? Sorry, not a concentration, a constitution check.
Oh.
I will
Institution.
You're being
Stand.
rolled around in a barrel.
next to Percy so that way we can both talk to Zabilna if this works.
I still
16.
have the flaming sword out, but it is unflaming.
You begin to get nauseous, but you were able to stave it off.
As I start to get nauseous, I kind of roll out the side of it and then help him.
All right.
Roll for grace.
You know, I can't think of any consequences for me getting very far away from this.
Of course not. It's just a big pot.
That summons bats.
That's true. That is
I
an
think you're rolling
anomaly.
around.
That's just
I can only do it once per day.
Do we have to wait until it's the next day and then yell into it again as we're rolling in the library and really mess with it?
Just flood the library full of bats.
He would deserve it.
He wasn't that bad.
I don't trust him. He's shifty.
He
The
was-
ones usually are.
Inappropriate
I'm far much younger than he is.
inappropriate amount of crotchety.
All right. So you guys are waiting by Zabilna while this is happening?
I'm following them.
You're following them. Excellent. Split the party.
I'm a hero of my word. I cannot do what I said I wouldn't do.
Yeah, we just roll it right in.
We have no such models.
You roll it in. Do you just push it ahead of you?
Yes.
As the door creaks open, a head pokes out from around one of the bookshelves and says, "I said stay out." Oh. You're not. There's more of you?
We roll the cauldron.
Sir, we are trying to help people here. The reason why you have not been trying is a bit concerning.
What do you mean not been trying? I have been researching since this began to try and find a way to destroy.
Stab my hand and just kind of like put it in the cauldron while he's talking.
Dripping blood into it?
Yes.
Those eyes.
Let me know when I get to a gallon.
There's a sound of sizzling.
How many gallons of
bottom.
blood is in a human body, though? Is it a
Put it in chat if you
is
know
it
the
a
answer.
full gallon? Please help me out here, because I need to know if he's going to be on like death's door doing a gallon.
HP and curing spells.
Approximately 1.2 to 1.5 gallons.
All right, good luck.
So, not even gallons.
Gallon.
Just 1 gallon and some extra.
Well, I guess
So-
Cody wouldn't know that.
Low intelligence. Let's see what happens.
So that's going to be the 2 hit points of damage because he just cut it. But it's bleeding.
Okay. Are we within the demiplane?
You are within the demiplane.
Do we feel any different?
You do not.
I'd like to enter the library with them and be like, "Ha! I'm back."
Well, we're not really sure if it worked, so try the flamey sword.
I told you upstairs there's a better library.
We were looking for the demiplane.
This is a demiplane.
Yes, we wanted to put the cauldron in the demiplane.
Why?
I'm going to shake my hand off, step outside, which is definitely 10 feet away from the cauldron, and then call out, "Did it work?" And then listen real hard.
In the other room, you all hear, "Did it work?"
And did it?
No.
No!
No!
Okay, I start. Yeah, so, okay, sword.
I walk back into the library. I don't hear anyone. I think they might be in danger.
Don't do it in here.
What happens if I do it in here?
It makes a mess.
Not if I don't hit the books.
Well, we don't even know if it worked yet.
I'm gonna bonk it unlit, and then we'll light it.
Clang.
No.
Well, now you should at least try to stab it.
Now
I need
to light it.
I need all 3 of you to make wisdom saves.
I did not pass. It's an 11.
26.
5. Me and Basil go, huh?
He says, Go upstairs and leave me alone. And you watch as your two companions look at each other, shrug, and exit the library.
Without the cauldron? Or
Without the cauldron.
all right, without the cauldron.
He didn't say to take it, so.
Well, there we go.
Do I take it?
So I guess it's up to you, actually, whether you take it or not. He just said to go upstairs and leave him alone.
I would just walk.
So I'll
with the sword.
go. Basil, make sure you leave Solstice the sword, and then we'll go upstairs.
I have to attune to it. So.
Yeah, I'm the only one that can light it.
Well, I leave the cauldron because I don't care. I will return to the
We're
other
just
room,
gonna
I guess.
walk away.
With us.
So,
Yeah.
okay, and the two of you, the closest staircase is here,
Yeah, he did say go upstairs, so we're heading upstairs.
and you return to the main room.
See ya.
Did you guys do it yet?
So we did put it into the library, but
Let me guess, it didn't work.
nothing seems to have changed.
Did you hit it?
Basil,
with
do you
flame
hear a
sword?
profound silence as I'm following behind you?
Oh, no. I probably should have gone after you guys.
What are you talking about?
And I think he worked some mind mojo on the others, so I'm gonna run and make sure they don't get into trouble.
Basil, it's not funny to just move your lips when I tell you it's silent. That's not funny.
Well, now Basil immediately starts doing that because now it is funny. So there is no actual words coming out of his mouth.
You catch up with them as Basil is mouthing at Cody and not making any noise.
What? Something else happened?
Solstice, that's not nice. Basil's already making fun of me.
I don't think he can hear, and now I'm messing with him.
Oh.
It's entertaining.
I write you a note. Can you not hear?
No, you guys are playing a mean joke. Yes, it is strangely quiet in this part of the castle. Almost deafening silence that would drive a lesser man insane.
Well, have we explored upstairs yet?
What?
Oh my God. Should we regroup?
I haven't explored anything except those two.
What was the exact suggestion? Just go upstairs?
Go upstairs and leave me alone.
Okay.
So this
we've
is
done
me
that
just
now.
counter. Okay. So now we need to go back in there and hit it with the sword? Is that what we're doing?
I don't feel the need to be up here anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
Could you speak more clearly?
I said.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Have we?
I think there's something wrong with my hearing.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all have fun downstairs. I'm sticking with this.
Meanwhile, Percy and I are like, what the hell is taking so
You should be able to hear yourself talk, right?
Just to walk in and tell you what
I
happened.
just take both your hands and lead you back into the room with these two.
As soon as your back turns, I start laughing, like to the point where I can barely walk down the stairs.
Solstice, I should be able to hear myself talk, right?
As you're walking past the library, you get within 10 feet and your hearing returns for a moment.
A moment.
And then once you walk past the door, it goes away again.
Wait. No, it's gone again.
Weird. It's okay.
What?
Let's keep going.
I think that librarian put a curse on him.
If only we had a psychic cat.
If only.
Who else but Paige?
Okay. Regrouping. Okay, so what do we know? We need to get the cauldron on another plane of existence or destroy it.
Could you write down what you're saying?
I write down what I'm saying. Have we much more of the castle to explore, or have we pretty much gotten through it all?
Well, I mean, we might as well destroy the cauldron.
We should do that. We should just destroy the cauldron first and
How do we do that?
Nikkei, could you write down what you're saying?
You haven't really been upstairs at all, and you haven't been to like a whole bottom corner of this floor.
Okay.
I write down. We should just destroy the cauldron first.
Yes, I agree.
I think we should explore and see if there's something else that will help us first before we try to just destroy it and make her mad.
But the entire reason we came here was to save her.
Right, but what if there's like a scroll in here somewhere that has like, I don't know, teleport cauldron?
I don't think that's a scroll. Plus, there's no mirrors in the castle.
I'm gonna turn around. Sometimes Cody. Turn back around. I think we should explore a little more.
You got to write down what you're saying.
I'm just gonna walk to this door. We haven't been
Draw
in here,
you a
right?
dirty cartoon.
Which door? Sorry.
Ooh.
You have not been in there.
Okay, I want to open that door.
It's the
I
stairwell.
lead you and follow.
Okay. And then if I go to this door,
It's a stairwell and a hallway.
Basil, I think we should just go back and destroy the cauldron.
I got the sword is still out, just chilling.
And upside, if he tries to cast that spell again, I can't hear him now, so I'll be immune to it.
Good point.
we're just gonna keep exploring.
So you're not
which one are you going?
letting me lead you? Then you've gone back.
Well, I'm like, no, Solstice, we're gonna go destroy the cauldron.
This one.
That way? Or-
We're exploring first.
But I don't want to do that. I want to destroy the cauldron.
Destroy the cauldron.
Shouldn't we vote?
We have cauldron at home.
The cauldron at home.
No, I mean, we can vote.
Oh, actually, I kind of like that as a sorry, this. Let me see if I can find the picture.
Oh, the cauldron at home.
We have cauldron at home.
This is
We have cauldron at home. We have cauldron at home.
Your cauldron, the cauldron she told you not to worry about.
all right.
Shouldn't that be reversed?
Depends on your viewpoints.
Okay, so the three of you were over at this doorway. Percy went over to the other doorway, and you can see him entering this hallway here.
What's Percy doing? Does he know that we're voting? Percy, we're voting!
No, we're not.
How about you can't hear yourself talk?
I'm gonna play my lute and just look at Cody.
Kate, I can't hear. I think that old man in the library cursed me or something.
Okay,
What do
who's
you
going
call
where?
it, my boy?
I'm going with Percy.
A lute.
Tap.
That's what you guys can destroy the cauldron.
My master puppet on the
All right, Basil, here's the plan. You just run in and stab it full flame before he can do anything, and then I, being immune to his suggestion, will distract him.
Yes.
You have to write it down, Basil.
More fun weapons first.
Okay, we can get more fun weapons from Zybilna after, though.
Unless she takes them all back,
Well, we'll just... Well, I guess we can't kill Zybilna.
you can try.
So you're going back to the library?
I mean, I'm deaf.
As soon as you get in front of the door, you're hearing returns.
Oh, the spell wore off.
I'm with him because this is just entertaining.
Well, should we still go forward with the plan, or just go meet the others?
We can try to go through the plan.
Okay, I mean, it's
Want
up
to
to
go through the
you.
plan? Let's
I
go
mean,
through-
now that I'm not cursed anymore, I feel like maybe we could go back with the
Maybe.
others.
we could. Do you think the curse is attached to him?
Oh no, it's just spells wear off.
Oh. That was all that newfangled whatnot. I don't know. Ah. Flame on.
Who are you with?
Flame on.
I don't know. I think.
So I'm trying to go through this door.
We can do a door for them and then come back to us. While Cody,
Sure.
the bunny thinks.
I should probably make a decision soon. I think
You should figure out
Nickade
where you are. Yeah.
would have gone back with Basil and Cody. He's like, the answer's in front of us. He was told by Mr. Sean to do what we're gonna do. So yeah.
We might have to do it in the library.
Ooh,
Hopefully they're all frozen.
beans.
Those
Jack
are
and the
rats.
beanstalk. No, that's a beanstalk for sure.
An 8-foot tall, 3-foot diameter, multi-tiered. What? Yes. Yes.
Beans.
Yeah.
When the DM goes, what?
I know.
While I'm reading the description.
Apologies. An 8-foot tall, 3-foot diameter, multi-tiered cake rests on a large round table in this kitchen, which also contains a stove and an assortment of mismatched cupboards and work tables. 8 pixies are suspended in midair around the cake, each wearing a chef's hat and a flour-stained apron. 6 of the pixies squeeze cloth tubes that have icing coming out of them. The other 2 hold armfuls of tiny crimson candles. The thick creepers with broad leaves encroach on the kitchen through a partially open door in the middle of a concave wall. The roots stretch across the floor and coil around the large table, but not around a smaller rectangular wheeled table that has 3 trussed-up giant rats on it.
Is
Are they
it to
frozen?
eat?
Is it about to be cooked?
Oh,
I'm sorry, what are these little things by the cake again? Are they moving?
No, they're all frozen in midair. You can see like one of them in the middle of icing, and the icing's coming out of the tube, but just stuck.
it's frozen too. The icing is nice.
This place is so weird. Okay. Investigate.
What would you
I am looking for any clues as to how to destroy the cauldron. And are there any windows in here?
You should check their unicorn horn stock. See if they have any.
I would definitely take that if I found one.
Her own character. That's the case persuasion.
You are killing me.
That's
You're
Super.
Thanks.
yeah, that's so weird. It was like not on an edge though. All right, well it doesn't matter.
I rescind all of my
9.
judgment.
You don't see anything of interest per se, but when you're walking around trying to check the cabinets, you do see here the palace has been torn asunder by the growth of an enormous beanstalk that has lifted one of its towers high into the air.
Beanstalk.
The space beyond the open doorway is choked with rubble and the thick roots that form the beanstalk's base.
Weird. Is there any kind of nature roll I can make to determine, I guess, is this magical? Is it
You could do
natural?
nature arcana.
Obviously, it has to be magical. 15.
It is definitely magical, and you feel this connection to your axe, as if it may banish, in a way, this beanstalk.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't feel like I need to banish it just yet.
And there is like a tower that the beanstalk's grown up through that's kind of hanging a little precariously, kind of stuck on the beanstalk and been removed from the floor.
Okay.
Well, the beanstalk's holding it up.
Yeah, so there's a kind of an open air area here
Gosh.
around where you could see another visage of twilight outside looking over. This one looks over the realms of the forests of thither.
And were we about to long rest when you attuned to the cauldron?
No, you guys were exploring.
How long had we been going? Okay.
We haven't been going that
It would
long.
have had to have been an hour after our fight.
You did
Okay.
fight a few things, so
Yeah, we didn't rest after the
been a few
Jabberwock, I don't
hours.
think.
Okay.
So like mid-afternoon.
Just thinks would be
yeah, the lighting outside says twilight, but as far as how you all have experienced
What
time
are,
period,
what are
like 2
these
o'clock.
things here?
Which things?
These things, these brown.
Those are the pantry, the cabinets.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at this story.
Are you gonna open it or just look?
Yeah.
Paintings of fey creatures and mounted
Oh, not
heads of
that door.
majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls.
That's up the door.
And now, the Fomorian is facing you directly rather than being behind it.
This door took me there.
Yet, wait. Oh, the lower
my
door. Oh,
character
I'm
is
so
this
sorry.
door.
This one. Apologies.
Okay.
So close.
Cauldron has a narrative.
I was like, I did not.
Tell.
Ready for you guys to get eaten at once.
The candlelit workroom contains tables, dressers, and bunks for the palace staff. 5 goblins are frozen in place like statues, caught in the mundane chores of ironing clothes, darning socks, and folding sheets. A row of bass bells is mounted on the wall, and another doorway exits. 2 doorways, actually.
Solstice, there's a bedroom.
Roll perception.
I'll follow him there.
It's gonna be less than 10.
Okay.
Done with my look at this room.
Solstice, roll perception.
10.
Okay. Neither of you notice anything in this room. It is a lovely little servant's quarters. It's clear that Isabella took good care of her people.
Go to that other door, I guess. Across the way.
This one or which one?
This one?
Yeah, that one there. Oh, it's a little
Also-
walky.
Yes, you can see this is a bridgeway on the top of a wall that overlooks the garden on one side and thither on the other. There is a doorway at the end of it into a large tower.
Oh, dang. Do we think... Can we determine if we've been in that tower already?
You have not.
Based on... Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Continue?
Let's do it.
Kerrigan, could you just open the door and check? Because the dogs are making some noises out there.
Okay.
Hey. No.
Apologies, y'all dogs.
They were definitely clattering though, so this might be a good thing to.
Yes, you break.
Yeah, let's take a brief break.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We have dealt with dog situations.
Sorry about that.
When we left off, we had 3 of our characters, well, actually 2 of our characters and a hamster, standing outside of a door on a tower that had not yet been explored.
I open the door carefully, so not to be seen by any giants.
This tower is filled with hawthorns. At the heart of a thicket, a heart, seemingly made from iron, stands atop a marble pedestal, pawing the ground angrily. Strewn around the pedestal are dozens of empty baskets. We are, it says in a voice that seems to echo through your mind.
That sounds like a lot of baggage to carry around.
Have you come bearing gifts for us?
Has that crown?
What kind of gifts do you want, Mr. Wrath Man? Thing? Person? It?
I wish for my birthright. We wish for the crown.
The crown? Oh, God damn it, Cody.
What happened to the crown?
I have it on my head.
Well, we have it. All right,
Kneel
we have that.
before me if you want to serve.
I do kneel.
Kneel before us, rather. I keep going back to me.
Pronounce her horse.
I don't know exactly what I have on me, but I will offer something. I kneel and yeah, I guess I will offer my longbow, which I don't know how Art's going to use that, but I will offer that for now. I plan to return your crown to you.
Your gift is appreciated, but I have no hands.
Good point.
We will allow you to return to our presence with the crown or
Or what?
fruit from the guard.
Oh. Do we notice, are there any other, is this like a dead end though?
It is, yes.
Okay, so I respectfully back out of the room.
Uh-huh.
and,
You guys back out of a lot of rooms.
there are so many like angry animals in this castle. I don't know whether we should burn it down or what if we can't figure this out. Okay, so we will return to, let's see. So we'll go back through this room. Bless you. Do you think we need to search this room more? I don't know what we would find in here.
I don't think so. We did that perception. We didn't think anything was weird, so no.
Yeah, but we rolled low.
We don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was the room where Basil got the paper, but you did not see anything in your perception checks.
Okay. So, back out the door we came into this room originally through. That's where the rats and the pixies are.
Are we checking this door?
Should we check? Well, yes, let's do it very carefully so as the giant does not notice us, that we know is in there, that we don't know is in there.
Right.
Are you opening the door or like rolling a perception or what? Are you...
I'm opening it.
Oh, man.
We've done it for every other door.
Paintings of fey creatures and the mounted heads of a majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls of this dining hall. In the middle of the hall, a deformed giant squats at the head of a table piled with food. The grease-stained tablecloth is tucked under the giant's chin, and she washes down each slobbering mouthful of food with a gulp from a barrel of beer.
So as soon as I see her, I try to grab Percy back and back out of this room, closing the door and being like, do you think she saw us?
As you slam the door, you hear a guttural cry of, "Where's my cake?"
Me too.
Oh, the cake! Maybe we bring her the cake!
You should open the door again so culture describes that room again.
Thanks to fey creature.
Paintings of fey creatures.
Should we bring her the cake?
Do we think the cake would help?
That's what she asked for.
Does the cake look done?
Yeah, they're just decorating it.
We bring her the cake. Can
Shouldn't
we
you
carry
finish
it? Just the
decorating
two
it
of
first?
us? No, she doesn't care.
How did
You
know?
think?
Can we move the cake?
That's the guess I'm making.
It is on a cart.
Okay. So can we maneuver it?
You would need to, you realize, cut some of the vines that are around it.
I cut some of the vines with my axe that I found in the garden.
As you
Beanstalk attacks.
strike the beanstalk with the axe, rather than severing it, the vine shrinks back around the cake about 5 feet, and you hear a as the tower lowers slightly and begins to settle.
Weird. So can we get the cake out now?
It looks like
Or
you need a
it's-
few more hits, but
But is it looking like this is destabilizing?
it's just shrinking
tower
the beanstalk. I'd say
Okay.
roll perception, I guess.
She rolled horticulture.
Horticulture, architecture.
9.
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's shrinking the beanstalk rather than cutting it weirdly.
Okay, I make the final cuts.
All right. As you hack away and get the cake freed, there is a loud rattling as that tower settles back into place with a whoosh. And on the other side of the building, all of you hear the whole building shake and rumble as this tower settles back where it should be.
Yeah.
You're able to get the cake.
Deliver the cake to the giantess. You stay in here in case there's trouble.
Okay.
I'll see if I can get some information here. Hello, fair lady. I bring your cake. I'm sorry, the pixies seem to be a bit on the frozen side, so they could not finish decorating, but I feel like you're still going to enjoy this.
8 tiers high with blood-red candles and icing white as snow.
Sure.
Yeah.
You are good. Now you will not. I will not have to find out if you taste as sweet as you look. And as you bring the cake around to her, she begins to rip off chunks of it and eat them.
So you don't happen to know how to unfreeze everybody, do you? How long have you been here?
For a long time. And now you have brought me what Kellic promised.
Oh, you're here because of Calic?
I am here because of Dubforgale.
Oh, that's the great name. I haven't heard the great name of Zarvindale in so long.
And she screams at you, Dubforgale! Spitting pieces of cake out.
Dubforgale is her own master. Simply appeases.
Yes, he's quite a doormat now. That's for sure. Okay, well, I will leave you to your cake, fair warrior. Can I take just stock of like her weapons and like what she has on her body, or if she has any bags or anything, just in terms of like just to gauge, I don't know, the threat?
Definitely.
And
It's loading. So this is what Dubforgale looks like.
Lovely.
She looks kind of naked.
isn't she ugly?
Isn't she so?
She has a great club, and that's it.
Okay, cool. Okay, I walk with purpose and leave the room. I take stock of anything else in the room that there wasn't really anything else. So, and then
there's
these two doors. Do I feel like so obviously I remember coming through this door, but do I have any sense what this door would lead to?
you can see it sort of. So there's the only other thing in this room is a tea cart. You can see through the windows that bathed in twilight, this marble terrace offers a stunning view of mountains, forests, swamps, and shimmering horizons of Prismere. Spaced about the balcony are tables draped in tablecloths with chairs set around each one.
Okay. All right. I go back to the room where Percy is, and well, she just wanted the cake. She was here because of Kellock. So, but she doesn't seem to like him, so I don't think, I didn't tell her we killed him, but
As you open the door to go back into the kitchen, the tea cart squeakily rolls behind you and rolls itself into the kitchen.
the tea cart followed him.
That's Blood Lansbury.
I look closer at the tea cart, I guess.
Cups, saucers, bowls, utensils, and napkins shake slightly onto the cart and arrange themselves into a no order. They are joined by a waddling cauldron of soup, piping hot tea kettle, and a pair of lit candles and candlesticks. A serving spoon hops onto the cart, bows, and says in common, "I am Demitas, your head waiter. I believe a light sample of tea and soup is in order now that you have calmed the beast."
Did you say his name
Hey.
is Demitas?
It is Demitas.
What a nice trick. I have some friends. Can they eat too?
I would be happy to set up a table for you all.
Culture's like, what excuse can I use to use this French accent?
It's a spoon too.
He's a spoon, he's a serving
Is it Demitas spoon?
Can you explain to us why this is
It's a
so...
little teaspoon. They're like this big. Stir the sugar with.
They're like little tasting spoons.
He is in fact a serving spoon, so he's not a Demitas spoon, badly.
It's
But
okay.
But he should.
He would be a Demitas spoon to her.
yes,
That's adorable.
Maybe she named him Demitas.
I will not be associated with that
I'm not there.
guest.
you hear in your mind.
He
The
can sense
spoon is psychic.
Spoon is into the house. Is it not the house?
What would you all like? Demitas will follow you with the
There's
cart.
some powerful peaks. Yeah, I think I just lead him back to the others so we can eat, maybe rest up.
Meanwhile, the three of you are standing outside of the door to the library. What do you do?
Well, my sword is ignited.
I'm going to distract him. You destroy the cauldron. Cade, you do you. Can you stop him from telling us what to do?
I can try to tell him what to do.
You know, I actually have a better plan.
Okay.
No, I think
You just made your plan.
yes,
No,
I have a
change
better
it.
plan. I'm gonna kick open the door and cast silence on the motherfucker.
Counter spell.
Fuck.
For being
ready.
such a small part of the story, he's a decently powerful caster.
Well,
I said get out, not cast spells.
I apologize.
The only polite one.
That was in bad taste, and I told Cody not to do that.
I run
You
and
see-
snap.
Suggestion: get out.
Oh my god.
I have to roll a thing.
You do a wisdom save.
Suggestion again.
13. Damn it.
You
May we at least take the cauldron back and get it out of your impeccable library?
Just dragging the cauldron back to the door.
I don't want it here.
I told them to clean up their mess, and I helped Cody pull it out.
I don't even get to hit the cauldron before I just turn around the
blazing sword in front of you.
blazing sword. As soon as the cauldron's out in the hallway, I start smacking.
Okay, so if you're going to start smacking the cauldron,
Yes.
I will need you to roll an attack on it.
All right. Where's that dice,
Roll
Jay?
better.
Hold on.
It's a pretty pony dice.
Well, that one didn't do me any favors earlier, but at least better than that one. Okay. Ha, that's a 25.
That will hit.
Thank God.
Roll damage.
How much HP does a cauldron have?
We're about to
At
find
least
out.
5.
Okay, wait. It's got 2 things under it. I gotta see why. Oh, okay. An extra 2d6 fire damage. Okay. Okay, wait. So I'll roll the normal damage and then the 2d6 fire damage. Can I have a d6?
Mm-hmm.
This one will work. Okay, what's the d8? So for the regular damage, it's nice. An 11 for the regular damage, and then the extra 2d6 fire damage. I rolled the highest on all 3 of these dice. That was really
nice.
fun. 12.
23?
Yeah, 11 plus 12 is.
As the fire branded sword connects, you see a crack riddled with red roll down the side, and the cauldron shatters into 8 pieces.
It worked!
I run
Okay, that was
over
max damage. Wasn't
the main room. That was max damage.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Math.
As you enter the ballroom with the tea cart,
We have dinner. Or tea wearing tea. But they're not in here. Or no, do they bring it back in here?
Are we hoisting the
Tea
pieces
came with
above
you.
our heads?
I mean, I will collect the pieces.
As I'm running into the room, I'm shouting, "We did it! We did it!
I have one piece in each hand. Success!
look at the stats for a spell real quick.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
on a scale from 1 to 10, you're fucked."
Save it for TikTok.
Okay, nobody gets hit. As you both enter from opposite sides of the ballroom, a cone of cold erupts from the round table room as the wizard was mid-casting spell. And everybody in the room, mid-action, reanimates.
We did it!
We did it!
Once more able to move, Zabilna lurches forward with a step, then quickly regains her balance.
Too late.
She says with a snarl. Her eyes dart around in search of enemies before fixing on you. Have we met?
Maybe. We did it! We did it!
We did friends, everybody! Yay!
I broke the cauldron.
I immediately notice and remember what's going on, and I bow to Sibylla.
If you are the cause of this, then perhaps I should be the one to bow.
Are we supposed to bow?
And she curtsies low before all of you, bringing her skirts around her as her white hair glistens in the seemingly twilit room, even though none of the windows here reach the outside, as a warm glow emanates out from her. The party guests all aghast as they check one another. and see the ruined surroundings. If it is true that you were the ones to do this, please tell me what happened.
A coven of hags ran rampant.
Well, when I was a young boy, I met a unicorn bull.
Not Cody, not. A hag coven moved in and took over hither, thither, and yon. One respective hag for each. And
My sisters, yes.
Oh.
ooh,
Fear not, there is no love lost.
Oh.
okay,
Good. We killed all of them.
and banished one.
She
as far as we know, we
looks
killed
up
all
into
of
the air for a moment, and you see her eyes gloss over with white, black, red, and fading back to their natural state. You have killed 2. One remains, but she is in Gehenna.
Is it Bavlorna? Because we really tried.
Slippery wicket, that one. No, it is Endelyn.
No, we killed Endolin.
Well, she lives.
Well, regardless,
There is a tower they think I know not about on the plane of chaos and evil.
that sounds fitting for them.
We also killed the walkie-talkie.
Jabberwock.
Jab.
Apologize. The Jabberwock was
Trying to kill us.
trying.
Ferocious in trying to defend your
We
vulnerable
wanted to
form.
save you.
Yes.
I made friends with a deer sword who no longer speaks to me, but he really wanted that Jabberwock.
Right. Do you have a sword that's your enemy? Because it seemed like it really, didn't like the Jabberwock.
She kneels before the body of the Jabberwock and strokes its head.
Oh.
Well, this angers me.
Well,
It is not. It is fair. You did what you must.
Your Al's still alive?
And the great. Well, I'm glad that you didn't kill all of my pets.
I'm getting off on the wrong foot here. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light sent us to save you,
Excellent.
but we didn't get a lot of, after we came to the mirror realm, we didn't get a lot of instruction.
I knew
And we're
there
like
would be-
3 mirrors deep at this point. I don't know how we're gonna find mirrors big enough to get back.
Sassafras. Press.
She walks.
Gasparilla.
She walks over to Cody. She puts a hand on either side of your head, and she says, "I knew they would be useful eventually." And she leans down and kisses your forehead, and suddenly you understand plane shifting.
Oh!
can't get out of that.
The mirror was just a portal we stepped through. Like a door. Oh, it's so simple.
Thank you, my lady.
As she lifts herself back from kissing your forehead, you see her form shifted, as she is now much shorter, hunched, with a hooked nose and several warts covering her face, as the form that you've met her in previously.
Yeah.
Oh, my lady.
We suspected. It is good to see you again.
You did wonderful work.
She shifts.
Solstice's body is a dream.
Basil is instantly enamored with old woman Zybilna. Instantly.
The form in which she stood was the form she approached you in, with her like actual natural older form with the white hair, not the haggish form.
Percy's just like staring at her.
And she shifts back into it once more. I'm glad that you are not too upset. I was worried once you found out about mortality.
Wait, what? No. Solstice is a unicorn. They live for thousands of years.
I think I am doomed to a Goliath lifespan in this form, but I have come to peace with it.
Undo it.
You do not get to make this decision.
You don't get to make it either.
What do you mean I don't get to make it? It's my body.
You don't get to choose to kill yourself on my behalf either.
It's not killing myself.
In 30 years it is.
Cody, Solstice wants to be with you for your lifetime and not without you.
Well, turn me into a tree or something.
No, young.
They're not young.
Yeah. Why not a tree? They live a long time.
If I am to do any sort of magic, which I will offer you all a reward, I will need my cauldron.
About that. I kind of hide the pieces behind my
We had to break it to bring you back.
There's a flash of fire that you see cross your face.
Wow, I just
We have not scored a lot of points.
We're
Ashley
batting
takes
zero.
a deep breath, composes herself, and smiles. Do you have pieces?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
We
every
do.
piece.
There's 8 of them in total.
Sibylla beholds the cauldron and says, I wish my cauldron were made whole again. Motes of colored light swirl around the fragments as they rise into the air and snap together like pieces of a puzzle. The cracks and seams between them gradually vanish as the cauldron is restored. Sibylla puts a hand on its lip, and the cauldron transforms before your eyes, dull iron turning to gleaming gold. And what once was a fearsome sight to behold now looks wondrous beyond compare.
Ooh.
Am I still attuned to it?
You still got it, my lady.
The shattering removed your attunement.
That's what I figured.
She turns to the courtiers around her and nods, and the pixies begin gathering water and wine to put into the gold cauldron. As she takes a moment, breathes deeply, and you can sense a shift as it becomes hers once more. As a reward, I offer you one casting of a wish spell. Tell me, what is your heart's desire?
Can you answer a question first?
Gladly. You've saved my realm.
Jeltra's okay, right?
My daughter is safe and in good hands.
Your daughter?
Okay.
Tar.
Not biological, my dear,
Oh.
but she is a child of the Fae. I've sworn to protect her on her mother's memory.
She's a good soul.
I know what I want to wish for, but I feel like I should discuss it with my husband first.
We must all discuss this together.
Well, she said for each of us.
No, I think she's given us one.
One.
For each? Or just
No,
one?
just one.
One.
One each.
Oh.
If I may,
But like one for me and one for you and one for you.
I mean, we saved all of her realm.
Oh, we could wish for the Jabberwock's life back. I feel so sad that we had to take his life.
we could
I do like that.
wish for all of the children that were taken at the hands of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to be
They were already
returned.
returned.
Or they?
Yeah. We gave them their toys and they disappeared and they went back where they came from.
That's right, those were the kids. Little piece of that was missing, sorry.
We take care of our young. There's always a safety.
Honestly, besides Solstice dying a tragic death, I have everything I've ever wanted. I only did this because I was paying back Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
I mean, as long as Jeltra is safe and happy and fulfilled, then that would be my only wish.
I mean, regardless of the witch, can we go back home?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we could see her again.
She begins to weave her hands as the room restores itself, the walls destroyed by the Jabberwock becoming intact once more as the ballroom is set back to its gleaming standard. And at the same time as she pulls all of this magic out of the air together, a reflective surface forms on the ground before her, through which you can see the carnival in full motion.
Oh. Ooh.
I think we should go to Jeltra. I think maybe our time at the carnival is over.
That's not the home we meant.
It is still where you left it.
The carnival still is near Jeltra's wood.
Yes, in Faerun.
Well, it could be nice to see everyone again and bid them farewell.
If you would prefer, and she spins the mirror, and Jeltra's cottage appears.
What plans do you all have?
Oh, yeah, Basil, I don't know what you wanted at all.
Everything I came here to receive has already been inadvertently restored to me, so I wish for nothing more.
You found your peace.
I have. Although I would like to ask a favor. Since I have not much to go back to, would you mind if I stayed?
Here.
Yes.
I think that can be arranged.
Thank you, my lady. Lovely company. I mean, a void and all. It's lovely company.
It is.
Also-
Don't touch the void.
Sean is very capable.
Yeah, what's his story? The hump moved. I saw it move.
That's great.
Ugh, it has a name.
It has a name.
It's not something that is, and she waves a hand, and everybody else in the room besides all of you freeze. It's not something we discuss openly, as it is not something he wishes to be known, but it is a friend.
See,
Hey, did you just
not
freeze
crazy.
everybody again? I poke one of the frozen people.
She snaps as you poke them, and they're like,
Sorry, you were frozen.
I'd be happy with that. You guys have the floor. Percy, what are you?
What do you want, Percy?
What's the guy's name?
Matrick,
No.
your
Your
captor.
option?
Your captor, or the guy that gave you the quest?
Is Will staying here?
That will be up to him. I have not made his acquaintance as of yet, although I am aware that he was in my sister's employ for some time.
Oh, Will.
Ooh, we could wish to all get a wish.
It doesn't look like
That would break the system. Methinks.
Doesn't even try.
It's okay. I want to stay here and help find lost kids and help them get back home. Like someone helped me.
I think that can be arranged as well.
Percy! And I will like drop to my knees and hug Percy.
It's been a strange time knowing you, sir.
Percy starts crying.
Oh.
She approaches you and kneels down to your height, and she takes your hands, and you feel something cold and metallic. And as she withdraws them, there is a key. It matches exactly the one that was used to free you. And she says, "If you need me to assist in your quest, there's the key."
Thank you.
Percy, you're gonna come visit, right?
Yeah.
We live in the Moonwood. It's a really big wood, but it's near the western.
I really don't see myself wanting to come back here. So, yeah, you're going to have to come visit us.
Yes, no, we're never coming back here again. Now that I know it's not a mirror, it's less fun.
We'll see. We'll see each other again, I promise.
My boy, you need to tell her how you feel. You need to tell her how
I don't.
you feel. You need to tell her how you feel.
Wish for to be like.
You're a strapping young lad. Any woman will be happy to have you. Strapping young rabbit lad with a waistcoat that goes into the great beyond.
I look at you and I stick my whole arm in.
No, we're
the
not
bucket.
taking you.
I don't understand this magic, but good for you. Impress the ladies with it.
She turns to you and reaches within her robes and takes out a letter. It's sealed with wax in her emblem. Give this to your beloved. I think it will help her find peace. Perhaps help you progress.
We know I need to help.
Putting a hand on your shoulder. If Jelter was to find solace in love. I'm glad it is just somebody whose heart is so large and whose bravery cannot be questioned.
Ears down. Nickade runs over to Cody and gives him a big hug.
Oh. Miss Sibilna, can you turn both of us into unicorns?
Cody, why do you want to change?
I don't want my love to die.
But maybe Solstice wants to. Like, maybe Solstice wants to live.
Also, shh, I want to be a unicorn.
I can turn Solstice back to their form if they so please. That level of immortality is not something that I can grant a mortal. I will say the lifespan of this Goliath will be longer than you expect. Granted,
I'm very healthy.
their own actions take it into account.
That's a great point.
And I will also tell you something that Solstice may already know, which is that the boon of mortality itself grants weight, depth, and meaning that immortality cannot.
What we have is precious because it will end.
Oh, should we wish for a bunch of money then? It's just like we have. I mean, if we're gonna be happy being like old and stuff, I mean,
You know I have no need for fine things.
true.
I yearn to be back in the forest.
I don't disagree. Your dad might kill me.
He might. I will protect you.
He make it to where
I can grant you the protection of title.
What does that mean?
She reaches into the robes once more, as it seems perhaps she is wearing a waistcoat of holding as well.
Handy.
I think it's a fanny pack.
She takes out these two very intricate gleaming leaf pins. She puts one on each of you.
I don't think this is gonna stop a unicorn, honestly, ma'am.
Solstice,
This means a great deal.
the wood is your duchy. You will be able to succeed your parents as they intended.
You made Solstice a prince?
No, I just got to be my old class. This is much responsibility without I will have to train long and hard to protect my woods again as a Goliath rather than a unicorn.
Well,
How exciting! How exciting!
I mean, we still haven't used the big wish. Should we get something for Jeldra?
I still think we should bring the Jabberwock.
I like that idea.
I like
bring
that idea.
that pet back. We did.
Jabberwock.
People.
Just trying to protect its master.
She's really sick.
Ooh. Instead of that, can we just set everything in Izmir to rights, including the Jabberwock?
Didn't
Return it to its place prior to.
But not restore the hags, specifically?
What about those guys that came in? You guys fighting with the big war duke or whatever.
Oh,
Let's
they're
just-
dead.
We just
Well, what
land
if we
on
restore it? They won't.
restoring the Jabberwock.
I like that. It's not going to kill me if I stay though.
As long as I'm here.
financial reimbursement is also a good idea. I want everyone to be taken care of. However, I do, for us, I don't know that we need too much.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Why would you stay here?
I'm not staying here.
Then why would you miss us?
I thought you guys were leaving and going off because you guys have to protect the woods.
Yeah, the wood that Jeldra lives in.
We're
Are you
going.
not coming to the Moonwood with us?
No, I am.
We're gonna go see
Then why would
Jeldra,
you
and then
miss
we're gonna
us?
establish our home.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the wood that Jeltra lives in.
In the Moonwood, yes.
I took this as we were all going separate ways.
No.
No, oh wow. I'm
I mean,
much
you were-
happier.
I believe only two are going separate ways.
Okay.
It's like a scene where just
We're
the genie's like,
staying.
I'll give you your heart's desire. And through conversation, we're like, we have everything we want.
Literally what's happening.
Turns out the heart's desire was the friends you made along the way.
Oh.
Okay, that's kind of what it was for Basil, though. He wanted the glory days back.
And Basil, and she snaps her fingers, and the wizard from the other room comes back in, bows. She says, Ringlerun, I believe I have a new recruit for Valor's Call.
Ooh, splendid.
And the wizard smiles at you and says,
I think our cleric will be very happy to make your acquaintance.
Excellent.
who you all met in Scabatha's, because she was keeping him in that little well, and he was going to help return the children.
Oh, yeah.
He was also a dwarf who was grumpy.
Grumpy dwarf friend. Sorry for poking you earlier. You were frozen, but I did poke you.
What it could. We killed two. How could we wish for the third one?
Oh, you can't wish for people to be dead. That's in the rules.
Can we wish for the hag to be unalive?
No, it's in the rules.
You said dead was in the rules, or unalive.
Pretty sure unalive and dead mean the same.
Oh my lord.
Jabberwock back. We're very sorry.
Jabberwock. We yes.
I mean, if it's coming to a vote, you guys can do what you want. I personally think that she's probably going to bring him back regardless. So I feel like that's a little bit of. It's a great gesture, though. Yeah,
If we
optics are good on that.
Maybe she'll feel inclined to help us in the future if we need something.
We should ask her instead
Maybe
of
we
just
just-
assuming.
save this for later.
We could do that too.
She could owe us a favor.
Let us vow to meet again in a year. I guess I will return to this place. And then we can decide.
A meeting of the minds.
Bring
one
you
year
back.
from now.
I can bring you back to my palace in 1 year's time.
To decide what we're gonna do.
And then Jeltra will be with us.
She deserves part of the wish as well.
And she did do a lot of the work. To be fair, more than Basil.
To be fair, yes, more than Basil.
With the intent to meet any of you, so I take no offense to that. I came for my own purposes and had some fun along
I
the way.
resemble that. Steve.
Oh, before we go, I have to say goodbye to all of my friends at the tea party.
Oh my god.
No, they're still there.
They never
Eating
left.
lots
I've
Talking
only been
about-
there a few minutes.
Talking
eating
about
lots of
scones,
clotted cream and jam.
stupid things.
Let the festivities begin.
Party. Woo.
Streamers drop from the ceiling in silk as the lights shift to a swirling rainbow, and food is brought out as more tea carts, not as cute as the original one, bring in a banquet for all of those that have now become
She's bringing
unfrozen.
out subpar tea
She-
trays at this time.
No, they're not as cute, but they're serving them food.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick my head through the portal and go, Jeltra! Jeltra!
Your head comes out in the air, so you're about 50 feet above the house as you're yelling down at it. She kind of sends servants off to deal with the other problems of the manor as well. You've all solved her beanstalk issue, but the Fomorian still needs to be dealt with. And she's checking the damage on everything else. You all are able to, if you would wish, take a short rest before you return home, or she can send you immediately.
Short rest and
Well, I only want to take a short rest so we can get Jeltra in with us. I understand Margot's not here, but she should be here for the victory feast.
it sounds like we're
I
being
have rope.
offered to go in a few minutes, or we're being offered to go
Oh,
now.
you may stay the night, or you may go
Oh,
immediately.
well, should I stay or should I go now?
You gotta let me know.
I can bring her if you'd like. The realm is safe for her now. I sent her away to protect her.
I mean,
Yeah, let's bring her up. Let us party, rebels,
don't be alarmed. She's a spider.
to our new destinies.
As this conversation is happening, Jeltra reforms at almost the reverse of how she disappeared, slowly becoming solid as she enters the room.
And then we
Hello,
talk to her.
we all.
She cries. She's excited to see everyone. She takes the letter from Cade and holds it. and discusses that she'd like to open it with you when you return home.
Excellent.
The rest of the banquet is fair, enjoyable. The food, fantastic, and Demi-Toss does a great job of explaining each of the dishes, their national origin, and how they should be consumed.
Can we roll for how many sexual partners we get?
Yes, you may.
Okay, is it D12?
Yeah, that will be a D12 from each of you.
Oh no! I didn't get to reroll that.
No, you don't get to re-roll that.
I got 2 ones.
It's
each other's strength.
Part of this evening is each other. It's romantic.
It's a special night.
At some point in the banquet, you realize that Snickersnack is no longer on your person.
No.
Oh, I gave
Solstice
Snicker
had
Snack to
You realize that
Solstice.
Snickersnack is no longer on your person.
Okay.
As it is in Zybilda's hand.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
she
okay.
offers you back a Frostbrand sword
Oh,
in its place.
beautiful. Thank you.
Can I roll to see how many ales I've consumed?
Yes, you may.
What should I roll for this?
D12 as well.
What roll should I make?
This better be a 12. A 5. That's not too bad for
No, but they are tankers.
Yeah. Basil
I
is very drunk.
try for entirely too long to give the returning dart back to you. As I hand it to you, and then it returns, and then I hand it to you.
And I let you do it all night. All night. I'm like, oh, thank you.
That's like a little.
I don't know how to give this back to you, Percy. I'm trying to be kind.
Keep it.
And won't lose the magic if you don't.
After the second
magic.
hour. After the second hour of this happening, maybe the 100-something attempt, I walk up to Percy and I go, "You win this one," and I hand you 2 gold pieces.
Thank you, Percy. I'm gonna name him after you.
I'll take one of those gold pieces back then.
Percy. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's an empty bedroom somewhere, and I just found out that I'm happy with the situation I'm in, so I'm gonna go enjoy it. Solstice! And I jump on your back.
As you march up the lust stairs, bedrooms on the next floor. Is there anything else you would all like to do before we conclude your evening here?
Drunkenly flirt with Sibylla.
Excellent.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
She
Charm
seems-
roll.
Yeah, please roll a charisma save.
Somebody's about to become your father-in-law.
I got. Oh no. -1 to charisma. That's a 9.
She initially finds your advances charming and funny, although clearly not taking any of them seriously. But over the course of the evening, she gets more and more frustrated. You get drunker and drunker. And on the last time that you try to approach her, you find yourself unable to speak to her.
No.
Can I still stay though?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Sibylla's classy.
She's a woman way out of my league, but I'm gonna keep trying.
As you all bed down for the evening prior to your return, you close your eyes and the world shifts around you. The music of a calliope draws you back to reality. The cool evening air filled with the sweet smell of candy and the fragrance of autumn. You and your friends are at the path to the Witchlight Carnival, clutching golden tickets in your hands. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Wait, it was all a dream?
Thank you all so much for joining us as we went through this campaign for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I should be clear that was only these 3. You both wake up there the next day with your friends having returned to the carnival. We will go into our after party to talk about what everybody plans on doing with the rest of their lives after this is over, how things worked with returning to the carnival and returning to Jeltra. But it's been a blast running this one for you all. So yeah, thank you. We are going to take a brief break from the D&D written campaigns as we're working on our schedule for the next section. We'll be continuing to do Candlekeep Mysteries, as we do have some more books to continue with that. Well, we will, I believe, likely not be picking up another one of the like single adventure campaigns for a few weeks as we are beginning to enter into World of Darkness and Starfinder, which we're super excited to get back to. We're going to be returning to our original rotation that we started with 3 years ago.
Yeah, how funny.
Yeah, I love coming back to classics. So we really look forward to that and seeing what's next. The next campaign that we'll be running after we complete Candlekeep Mysteries will be Call of the Netherdeep.
As was voted on by
As
our
was-
fans.
Yes.
Voted on by all of you.
Yes.
And if that's not what you voted on, you should have voted harder.
By viewers like you. Thank you.
So thank you so much to our patrons, Sparky, Dosiva, Daniel, Rio's Mom, Alistair, Sean, Rochelman, Death's Grasp, Eric Fox, Meepo, Dream Lover, Duke Relin, and Taku Arcana. And with that, we will come up with the tagline. Eventually.